Right, team Monday morning. We are going to get started. I've said that 10 times now, sorry. If you have a strap, where it's not necessary, but if you do have some kind of strap or tea towel or thing, that because we're going to do dancer pose at some, which is this one. Yeah. So you can either do it with a strap or you can just do it with your hands, up to you. But if you have a strap, it's quite nice. So we're going to start lying down. Find yourself lying down. Get your hair toggles out the way. Close the eyes. So it's kind of like bookending the class for Shavasana. So completely relaxed. Take a very long inhale and a long sigh out your mouth. Just notice the floor beneath your body. Notice how it supports your head. How heavy your head feels. And just pretend that you're not going to help the earth hold you up at all, because the earth doesn't need your help. So just completely give the weight of your head to the earth. And then move down to your shoulders, and again, completely surrender the weight of your shoulders, the weight of your arms to the earth. And moving down to your hips, and completely release the weight of your hips, your buttocks, your pelvis into the earth. And moving down the legs, and probably the heel is the next area that really has contact with the calves. So just really release the feet now, release the legs and the feet into the earth. And then let your whole body just sink in for a moment. So the earth is changing its shape like a memory foam mattress to just hold you perfectly. Just let any tension drain out of you. And now release everything that's gone before. Release the weekend. Release last night. Release last week. Like the cords of the past are being severed and falling away from you. Okay. I'm just going to gently bring our feet together, one at a time. And then take the arms overhead and give yourself a long stretch. And then just let the arms fall on the floor overhead. Again, just relax here. And then pull the right knee into your chest. And you can open the eyes if you want, or leave them closed. And let your arms come up and interlace the hands, interlace the fingers, and find the top of the shin and press down on that right knee. So it starts to move closer towards the side of the body. And then just flexing and pointing your right foot. And then taking rotations with your right foot. And then releasing your left hand and pulling your right knee out towards the right. Just a little stretch with the inner right thigh. And then draw it back into the centre, swap hands, and with your left hand, draw that right knee across the body, not too far. The gaze stays up. Just a little stretch with the outer right hip. And then release it back. Pull that knee in again. And take hold of the outside of the right foot, the little toe side. And then lift that foot up so that you're in a half happy baby. Now we're going to move our half happy baby into our upside down pigeon. So you're going to pass that right foot into your left hand and draw the lower leg across the body. And then gently draw it backwards and forwards, very slowly, so you really feel that stretch into the outer hip. And also possibly right down the outside of the right leg, the IT band. Just be mindful of your knee. Okay, and then bring that leg to stillness. Flex the right foot and bring the left knee behind the right ankle. And send your hands through to take hold behind your left thigh. So your legs are in that number 4 shape. Now keep the feet flexed. And gently pushing the left knee towards you and the right knee away from you. And then just try extending that left leg so it's pointing up to the ceiling. And bring it in a little more. More. Okay, let's release that left foot back to the ground, so release from behind the thighs. Let the left foot plant and let the right leg come up. Take hold behind the right thigh now. And gently draw that towards you. You want to move further up the leg, feel free. And now take an inhale. And on the exhale, lift yourself up towards that straight leg, the knee of the straight leg. And then let it float back down. And release the right leg, send both legs straight. Take yourself another long stretch, take the arms over here. And then pull the left knee in. Interlace the fingers and take the top of the left shin and press that down. Left knee towards your left armpit. And point and flex the left foot. Right leg is extended and try and keep the right foot flexed. You might forget that every now and then when it goes a bit loose. It's not the end of the world. Focusing on the left leg really. So flexing and the pointing. Now the rotating. Rotating that ankle, getting that synovial fluid moving around in the ankle joint, lubricating the ankle joint. Take it one way and the other way. Okay, and now release your right hand, and with your left hand, gently pull that knee out to the side. And now let's draw it back in, swap hands, and just bring it a little way over towards the right. Gaze can be straight up. You can also turn it towards the left. That's a nice stretch. Okay, let's bring that back in, back to centre. Pulling the knee in so that it makes it a little bit easier to reach the outside of that left foot. And when you've got that, just lift it up so it's pointed to the ceiling. If it's really not available to you to hold that, just hook your elbow around the neck. Okay. Hold our half happy baby for a moment. Pressing on the bottom of that foot to bring the knee closer to the armpit. And now drawing it across the body. Passing your left foot into your right hand. And bringing the lower leg across the body and then just taking it gently again from side, backwards and forwards, side to side. So moving very gently into that very big shoulder hip joint. Okay, and now hold it still. Flex the left foot and bring the right knee behind the left ankle. And press that knee towards you. Take hold behind the right thigh. And again, a little press away of the left knee, a little press of the right knee in towards you. The tiniest move will really intensify that stretch. And now just straighten that right leg. And draw it in even a little bit more. Okay, lovely. And now let's release that right foot back to the floor. So release the hands from behind the right thigh. And then the left leg goes all the way up. Take hold behind the left thigh now. And draw that leg in towards you. Take an inhale. On the exhale, lift up. See if you can get your forehead a little bit closer to that knee. You might be able to touch your forehead to the knee. Okay, and now just release that down. Release the head first. And then let the left leg extend away. Let both legs extend away. Reach and take a long stretch again. And then bring both knees in. Take hold behind your thighs. Pull right into the chest. And we're going to take our rock and roll up to seated. So just start rocking yourself up and take a few rolls back and forth. Get that massage with the vertebrae. 1 more. 3. Okay. And sitting up. So, just moving around if it feels good. And then taking the arms up on the inhale and the exhale. Let's take a little side bend here. Either way, we'll do both sides. Just feel that stretch down whichever side you're stretching, bending towards, bending away from. Okay, take it up on the inhale and exhale over. 4. 1 more each side. Take it up on the inhale and exhale over. Up on the inhale and exhale over. And back up. Now, before we do our little forward fold, just swap your legs around. Just take it with the awkward way. Inhale up and exhale, come on down. And then just see if you can release yourself a little bit more. You can just soften the upper body and let the head just draw towards the ground. And then just move your head over to the right knee and let your head hang over there. And then walk the hands over to the left knee. And just hang your head over your left knee. And then come back to centre. Release here. And then roll up the body. Lovely. Let's extend the legs out. And just to get on the seat bones, put your hands behind you, lift your hips, press them back, and then drop them down again. And the knees and the toes are pointing up. This is just going to be we're not that warm yet, so we're not going to go very far. We're just going to take a little tiny forward fold here. So not very far at all. Trying to keep the knees and the toes pointed up to the ceiling. And again, we're just going to walk ourselves over towards our left foot. Knees over. And then walk ourselves round to our right foot. And release ourselves. Coming back to centre. One more little release here. You might find you get another centimetre. And then walking it back in. Crossing the ankles and rolling over to tabletop. Then coming into your cats and cows. So inhaling, lifting that tailbone, letting that movement travel up the spine until you're looking up. And then when you're ready to exhale, tuck it under, really tuck the tummy in. Let the shoulders move towards the ceiling, push the floor away, look under the body. Remember to keep your movements with your inhales and exhales. So inhale into our cow. And when you're ready, you're going to exhale into your cat. One more each side. So one more cat. Sorry, cow. And final cat. And then come back to centre. Take a moment. And then let your right hand float up, point to the ceiling. And we're going to hover it. So we're going to come to through the needle, but we're not going to land it for the first two. So bring it under. Bring it right down, so you're just hovering the arm and hovering your shoulder and hovering your face just above the ground. And then push it back up on the inhale. One more open. And again, we're going to hover it, so bring it all the way down. Last time, open up on the inhale. And this time we're going to land it. So come on down, reach on through, and let your shoulder and your arm rest on the ground. Let this left hand walk forward. And the fingers are reaching, like the little suction caps on them. Just going to pull the floor towards you. And then walk that hand back in. Push back up to tabletop. Reset. And then let your left hand float up. And exhale, bring it under and hover it. Not quite touching down. Inhale, come back up. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Bend it. And then walk that right arm forward. Stretch it away. And then walk that right hand back in. Push yourself back up. Lovely. All right. We're just going to get the core just engaged here. So keeping the feet untucked, just lift up the knees. About a centimetre. Not even. As low as you can keep them. Lift them up. Just hold it, hold it, hold it. Feel that heat building up as you hold it there. And then release it. Tuck the toes under. Walk back. You need to help your little toes do that. Tuck them under. Ooh, ouch. Okay. Oh, it hurts today. Funny, isn't it? Some days it's fine, other days it hurts. So, see where you are. Take your arms up. Exhale, we'll bend the right elbow back and open that tricep. Try not to sway the back too much. And then lift the arms up and exhale other side. And lift the arms up. And then take just a couple big shoulder rolls here. So big circles with the arms. Do a couple one way. And then we'll do a couple the other way. Just trying to open our shoulders a little bit to prepare for our dancer pose coming up later. Okay. And now let's just walk out. Hands forward. Curl the feet, give the top of the feet a little tap just to release that pressure in the toes. And then push the left leg away and let it rise up to hip height. Which I've done also. Very well. And then open up into modified half moon is what it actually is. Side plank. And let's release that, but just release the hand, leave the leg where it is. So the hand comes down, toes turn back to the ground. Now this left knee is going to bend in and touch your left elbow and send it away. Then we're going to do that one more time. So bring it in and send it away. And then land it. And now pushing your right leg away. Bring it up and then opening up. A little bit more difficult to come up when the leg is already up. So I should have said, if you want to keep the toe down, keep it down. And now I'm going to leave the leg where it is, but bring the hand back down. And take a little knee to elbow touches. So bring that knee in, touch it to the elbow, send it away. Bring it back in. And send it away. Lovely. Bring it down. Let's tuck our toes under, lift ourselves up into downward facing dog. And just walk your dog a moment. Take your time here. Just walk out your dog. Alternate heels, pressing down. Big, long, deep breaths. Rolling the triceps down to the ground. Tilting the tailbone up. Pushing the floor away. Hands up, fingers are spread. Middle finger pointing straight ahead. And when you've kind of wiggled everything out and made all the movements you want to make, just hold your still dog for a moment. Let the head go, looking under the body towards the knees and navel. Take a big long inhale and exhale, sigh everything away. And now let's walk. Take a slow walk to the top of the mat. So I do mean take it slow, as slow as you like. So just step 1 foot forward and think about it for a moment. And then bring the other foot forward, just a little bit ahead of that first one. Ponder that for a second. And then the other foot comes forward again until you're at the top of the mat. And then release yourself into your ragdoll. Take hold of your elbows. Feel free to close your eyes, swaying from side to side. You can just get more and more release into the upper body. More of a sense of just letting the upper body go. Giving it to gravity, letting gravity draw you over. In your head, get a bit closer to the ground, even if it's only half a millimetre. Hold this for a few more breaths. Really let it do its work. Really let the vertebrae find some space. Yeah, just release the arms and hang wherever they're going to hang. Try to engage the core and start to use your legs and your core to roll yourself up. And as slow as you like. And then come into standing and then the arms come up in a big circle. So the fingers are pointed towards the ceiling. Tucking the pelvis under, engaging the core, just floating up onto your tiptoes. Finding a drifty point, something that's not moving. And then releasing the heels back down. Bringing the hands to prayer. And exhaling. And on the next inhale, taking the arms overhead. And then exhale, take a slow forward fold. And then just climb your way into your halfway lift. So bring the hands to the shins. Press them away. Let the length come into the spine. Reach the crown of the head away. And then again, exhale, refold. Let the hands find the mat. And let your left leg step back in a long lunge. Come up onto your fingertips a moment. And then just let that left knee lower to the ground. And inhale, come up into your crescent lunge. And just sink the hip. Let that left hip release a little bit more. And bring the hands down and walk them back and find your hamstring stretch. So lift that right foot. Find some length into the spine if you can, and then exhale over. Dragging the heel towards you, but the heels are not actually moving. And then releasing that. Then that right foot land again, lifting the left knee, and stepping back into a plank. Releasing the knees and the chest and chin to the ground. Now taking an inhale as you uncurl the feet and come into a baby cobra. Push back onto the knees. Tuck the toes under. And lift back into your down facing dog. Take a deep breath there. And just look to the top of the mat. And step that left foot forward whenever you're ready. And then let the right foot join it. Now exhale, forward fold. Then inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath here. And then take another inhale, arms come up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, climb into your halfway lift. And exhale, refold. Hands to the mat. You're going to step the right leg back, or the opposite is the one you did the first time. Long lunge. Going up onto the fingertips. And then just letting that right knee land. And coming into your crescent lunge. And then letting the hands come down, walking them back, and lifting the left foot. Finding that length again into the spine. And see if you can exhale and release over that leg while keeping some of that length in the spine. Dragging the left heel towards you. And then release it. Go into your lunge. And then find your plank. And then lower the neck, chest and chin all down to the ground. Inhale. Take a baby cobra. And exhale. Come back to downward facing dog. Stepping the right foot to the top of the mat. Left joins it. And then again, exhale, forward fold. Bring the hands to the waist. Come up halfway. And then all the way up. Bring the arms up on the inhale. And exhale. Back down to heart centre. Take it up on the inhale. Exhale, come back down. And inhale into a little halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come to the mat. Step the right foot back. Step the left foot back. Knee, chest, chin. Exhale. And inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, back to downward dog. I'm going to step just the right foot forward. And land the left foot, so ground it, bring the heel down. And find your warrior one. And then lift that back heel again, so you're in your high lunge. And then release it back down. Lunge, plank, exhale, knee, chest, chin. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale back to downward facing. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, side out here. And now step the left foot to the top of the mat. Round the right. And lift up into your warrior one. Holding it here. And then lift that back heel, high lunge. And coming back down. Plank. Knee, chest, chin. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, back to down dog. Take a breath here. And now we're going to walk to the top of the mat. And fold. And then lifting all the way up, coming back to standing. Little back bend. And back. Straight up and bring the hands back to heart centre. Right, let's take our dancer balance now. So if you have a strap, grab that. If you don't have a strap, don't worry. So I'll just give the non-strap version first. So pick a leg and take, if you're non-strapping, you're taking your hand and holding the foot, other arm comes up, and from here you're going down there. If you're taking strap, bring a foot, say for example your right foot, under the strap, and then crossing the strap, and then stepping through the strap with the left foot, just step back a bit, and then lifting that up, and then walking your hands further down the strap. And taking your time here, so just come into it as you are ready. You fall out, just come back in. And we're trying to, it's a toughie for Oh, it's a toughie for the balance, it's a toughie for the shoulders. Most people have very tight shoulders. Okay. Oh, goodness me. All right. Hopefully that was enough time for you on that side. Come out of that and take your other side. So either your hands or your strap. So remember, if you're strapping, you cross the strap over and then step through. And start to just bring yourself down into your dancer. And try and hold it for a breath or so. One more breath. Okay. Ooh. And again, I hope that's enough time for everybody. Let's cool dancing done. Right. Since we're upright, since we're standing, we'll just do one other little thing here. So pick a knee, doesn't matter which one, bring it into your chest. Pulling it towards your armpit, just like we did on the ground, but this time we're standing. And then release the opposite hand and open it out to the side. And then here's a little test of the balance. So we're going to look in the opposite direction to the bent knee. So look away from the bent knee. Just see how that impacts your balance. And then come back to centre. And then bring that knee in. Take hold of it with the opposite hand. The first hand goes back behind us now, and we just gently pull the knee in towards the midline. And then another balance test. Change the gaze to look back down the arm that's pointed behind you. And then come back to centre. And release it. And just let that leg float back to the ground. Step it out. And then take your other knee in. Pressing out towards the armpit initially. And then with the same hand open it out to the side. And then just test the balance. Looking away from the knee. And bringing it back. And bringing that knee in. Swapping hands. Sending the arm reaching away. And then when you're feeling kind of stable, then you can change the gaze. And if you don't feel stable, keep the gaze forward. And then come back to centre. And release that. Okay, we need to be making our way to the ground pretty swiftly. Time is again dwindling away, running away. Let's take one forward fold though. So just bring the legs wide, pigeon toeing the feet, hands to the waist. Take an inhale and look up, and as you exhale, slowly come down. You can stop about halfway just to reset, think about where you're at. Maybe lift the kneecaps, and then continue. And just see where you go. Let the hands fall to the floor. And let the head go, let the upper body go. There'll be as much softness in the knees as you need. Right. And now let's bring ourselves into a long flat back here. And toe heel the feet in. just so we can sit back into our yogi squat, our asana. Bring the hands to prayer, pushing the knees away with the elbows, and try to release our bottoms a little bit closer to the ground. Just a couple of breaths here, and then we're going to slow down. One more breath. Okay, let's come down. Finding your way to the ground. Soles of the feet touching initially. We'll find our butterfly. Bring the heels in towards the groin. Hold of the feet and press the knees towards the ground. That stretch in the inner thighs, the adductors. Lengthen the body out of the seat bones. And relax that. And now send one leg forward and the other leg just plants. So you're going to lift that foot and plant it on the outside of your extended knee. And then pulling on that knee to lift yourself up. And then with your opposite hand, hug that knee in. Take your other arm behind you. You're twisting yourself towards the bent knee. Just try to hug the knee in, so that every exhale, get a little bit more twist. Get that twisted feeling into the belly, and then release it. Come back to center. Just take a little click the other way, just to release anything in the lower spine, and then extend the other leg. Bring that first leg in, and stand it on the outside of the extended knee. Again, use the pulling on the knee to draw yourself taller in the torso. Hug that knee in with the opposite hand, and the other hand comes behind you to support the spine, support the lengthens. So you're kind of gently pushing into the floor, pushing the floor away with the fingers that are behind your back. Try and keep the foot on the end of the extended leg flexed towards, so the toes are facing upwards. Now take a little twist here. Hopefully this feels quite releasing for the lower spine, right in the lower back. One more breath here. And again, just let that go now and come on right round to the other side. And back to center. All right, so let's bring ourselves down to the ground, down to the, oh God, all the time, don't all the time. Right, quick roll back. Have a couple. And then find your modified boat. And from your modified boat, just come on down. And we're going to have to go straight to Pyjama because I've messed up my timings again. So just release yourself here. If you do have any tightness in the lower back and the lying down isn't comfortable, then bring the knees in and roll yourself into a ball. Just release the lower back and then find your way back into your Shavasana. Arms by the side of the body. Again, just get that sense of just letting the body go now, letting it release into the ground. Again, you're just surrendering it all to the earth. There's nothing you need to try and do. No effort is required from you. You're just letting everything, handing it all over. Shoulders are gently curled up. Toes are falling out. Just a little visualization while we're here. You can ignore me if you like and just float off to wherever you want to go. You are going to come with me. Then imagine that there is, visualize earth energy coming up from the very centre of the planet, coming up through the earth and into the soles of your feet. And it's filling you up. So it's like light, liquid light that's filling you up from your feet. And this liquid light fills your feet, and it fills your ankles, and it feels warm and nice. Now it's moving up through your calves. It's getting into your knees, right into the joints, healing and repairing and cleansing anything that binds. And it's moving up your thighs, moving into those big sockets of your hips, moving into your spine, into your stomach. Moving up your chest. So you're filled right up to your chest now. Now as it comes up to your shoulders, it's going to flow down your arms and into your fingertips. Fill up your throat, your neck, your jaw, your mouth, your nose, your eyes, until you're filled up to the very top of your head. So, sorry for that short shavasana, guys. So just moving your fingers and toes, stretching yourself overhead. You can always come back to a lying down shavasana after this if you like. Bring the knees in, rock from side to side, and then just find your way back up to seated. Take a moment in your seated meditation. Give yourselves a huge congratulations for making it to the mat today. Doing this practice for your body, mind and soul. And now let's close that practice. Just bring the hands to prayer. Touch them to your third eye. And into your heart. And namaste.